faculty members in the program. Linda Lichter, Director of International Undergraduate Admissions. John Gander, who's our Associate Dean in the Bell College of Business. Greed Provost, who is our Assistant Dean of International Affairs. Let me at this time also thank the audience in Mexico and all of the campuses, the directors, the coordinators, relatives, and friends that are watching us via satellite and the internet through Virtual University. It's a pleasure to have you with us. To start this occasion, I'd like to invite Dr. Lilly to give his opening remarks.
Buenos dias. That's all the Spanish I know. Actually, that's not true. I did learn how to order 2 beers when I was in Monterey last time. The Bell College is proud to be here today and to be a partner with ATESM. I can tell you that when this certificate program was first suggested a little over 2 years ago, our immediate reaction was we wanted to do the program. It was just a question of how to do it. And both schools have worked very hard to make sure that this was a good educational experience for you and for the faculty. As Tom Friedman has told us, the world is flat. This certificate program, under which 2 excellent schools have worked together to share knowledge and to educate, is a testimony to how education and educators participate in this new global world and how students participate. I congratulate you for what you've accomplished. I applaud your hard work. But I also thank those who have supported you, and I imagine there are those in Mexico and those who are here who have helped you along this journey, and I also thank them. The real question today is, what have you gained from this process? What is the advantage of the certificate program? And I tried to come up with an answer to that, and I was talking to my wife last night, and to be honest, I couldn't come up with one single answer because there are several things that you have gained. You know more about international politics. You know more about international communications. And I'm sure you enjoyed Dr. Kohut, who is one of my favorite people to work with. I have to tell you that I have enjoyed a couple of times being on the same program with Dr. Kohut, and he's a lot of fun. You've learned more about international management and more about international management information systems. And finally, you've learned more about international business processes and procedures. You have been taught by outstanding faculty from 2 great institutions. And I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but this is not the only program that we do together. We have an MBA program that we're also doing with Tec de Monterrey. I commend you for your accomplishments, and I applaud you for your determination and desire to learn. And I am proud that you now are not only part of the ATESM family, but also part of the UNC Charlotte family and the Bell College of Business. I wish you the very best. I have to say I will be watching you to see if you continue to learn, and I will enjoy and revel in your success. Thank you very much.
If I may just take a moment, a personal moment. Today is Dean Lilly's last day at UNC Charlotte, and he made it a special point to be here. He's moving on to different ground. We'll be missing him, but I wanted to have all of us acknowledge his presence here and his support of this program a little bit more publicly. I'd like to do this right now, if you will. We'll still call him, email him, and interact with him in a lot of different ways. I also have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, Dr. Carlos Villanueva. He will be speaking on behalf of Tecnológico de Monterrey. Please.
Morning, dear members of the Presidium, members of the academic community of the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and Tecnológico de Monterrey, students receiving their certificate, their friends and relatives. On behalf of Tecnológico de Monterrey, it is an honor to be here this morning and witness the fulfillment of a new academic goal for these 28 students who will receive the Global Business Management Certificate today. I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Claude Lilly, Dean of the Bell College of Business, and Dr. Alan Shaw, Associate Dean for International Programs, for being pioneers and putting their trust in the strength of our alliance to jointly develop this unique and innovative program in the areas of international business. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate the Tecnológico de Monterrey campus, whose students are members of the first class of this certification program. Campus Ciudad de México, Chihuahua, Guadalajara, León, Monterrey, Puebla, Querétaro, San Luis Potosí, Santa Fe, and Zacatecas. So we reach many cities in Mexico. The 17 years of experience in distance education of Tecnológico Monterrey and the deep knowledge of international business of the University of North Carolina at Charlotte came together to create the Global Business Management Certificate. This certificate program strengthens the long-standing relationship between our two universities. Furthermore, this certification program enriches the professional development options of our students. The main goal of this certificate was to develop the competencies and knowledge of undergraduate students in the area of international business, accelerating their inclusion into the dynamic world of business. For the Virtual University of Tecnológico Monterrey, the Global Business Management Certificate represents the evolution and success of the distance education services provided to our territory campi in Mexico by the support program to the Tecnológico de Monterrey Campi PAXI program. Through this international program, students have had the opportunity to develop collaborative and communication skills in a distance education platform using information and communication technologies. In addition, they have had the experience of living abroad one summer. This certificate opens an opportunity for cultural and academic exchange. The fact that today 28 undergraduate students from 10 of our campi here will receive their certificate confirms the positive impact generated by the alliance between Tecnológico de Monterrey and the University of North Carolina. Very soon, in their professional activities, each one of these students receiving their certificate today will have the opportunity to apply the knowledge gained in this program, creating a multiplying effect which will benefit their communities. Today is very important for Tecnológico Monterrey, the University of North Carolina, and for you, since it represents the conclusion of a process that, without a doubt, has been innovative, challenging, and full of unforgettable experiences. Today, you have become emissaries and bearers of the Global Business Management Certificate and of the great recognition that being graduated from this program implies. Congratulations for this personal and professional achievement. Thank you.
Stirring words. We're not finished. We have additional words that will excite you and enthuse you in terms of our talk here today in this ceremony. Our next speaker is a privilege to have here speak, albeit also briefly. We'll see if we can stretch it out perhaps a little bit. Brad Sekulich is going to talk about the importance of international programs and what this means to both institutions. Brad?
Thank you, Dr. Kohut, members of the Presidium. In trying to frame my short remarks today, the one thing that just drives home to me is you all are at a beginning. You have just completed a life-changing experience. When we work with students who study abroad, we tell them you will never be the same student again. And each of you is going to leave from Charlotte with a new education, a new view on the world, an idea that it might not be so barbarous to eat dinner at 6 o'clock at night. And you will go home different people and you'll see the world differently. And that is truly the power of international education. That is what we are doing. I left North Carolina in 1996, and it was hard to find people to speak Spanish with then. It's not so hard to find people to speak Spanish with in North Carolina anymore. And you guys are going to be part of the next wave of Mexican business people and policymakers who help craft a relationship between the United States and Mexico that will better the relationships in our countries for both of our citizens and for people on both sides of the border. And you will carry business around the world with you. We hope that in many cases this is the first of your international experiences. We have traveled all over the world, and I have never gone to an institution that hasn't worked with the Tec de Monterrey. Everybody knows who tests them. And you all are now part of that, and we congratulate you on your achievement and moving ahead with your education. And we think you have done a great thing for yourselves, for your university, for our university. We are proud of your accomplishments and wish you the greatest success as you move on with your careers. Thank you.
Very good, and we thank you. I now have the pleasure of introducing our honorable guest. Our speaker today has more than 35 years of international business experience. As the original founder of Telecom USA, Mr. Cooper served as president and CEO for the company since its inception. He sold Telecom to Euronet worldwide 18 months ago, and now serves as executive vice president of the $1 billion company. He has served as honorary Mexican consul for the past 25 years. He actively works to develop global trade through his involvement with many international communities nationwide. Mr. Cooper averages over 50 speeches a year on international trade issues. He has also testified before the U.S. Senate and Congress on international trade issues. He is chairman of the U.S. Department of Commerce District Export Council in November of 1994, president. Carlos Salinas of Mexico named Mr. Cooper recipient of the prestigious award Order of the Aztec Eagle. This is the highest award given by the government of Mexico to a foreign national, and is the equivalent of the United States Presidential Medal of Freedom, a significant award indeed. We welcome Mr. Wayne Cooper.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for that nice introduction, and what a thrill to be here and seeing the excitement on your faces. Of us old folk that don't get a chance to work with, interact with the young people there, it's so great to see the enthusiasm on this very special day. And on behalf, and I did talk to the Consul General this morning, and he asked me to extend his congratulations on this thing and apologize that he himself could not be here, but he wanted to make sure to extend our congratulations on this special achievement. You know, as you might have heard, I've been in international business all my adult life, and you know, we always talk about globalization and free trade, but it's people of your peers and the young people in this room that is going to bring forth that globalization and international trade, and especially between our two countries. And I can't think of a better way of doing that except by the exchange of students between these two fine universities. You know, you already know each other's language, or at least we're learning Spanish there. And as Dean Lilly said, we know how to order a couple beers and things like that. But it's so great that you all already know each other's language. But more important, as Brad commented, is you're learning how to do business and how each other's countries do business. And that's very, very important in doing international trade. I think even maybe more important than that is learning each other's culture. As Dr. Hottet said, you know, you already know that we eat at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the evening, and that is a little barbaric, I think, when we're down in Mexico and go out to dinner at 10 o'clock at night. We are very fortunate in our honorary consul in Charlotte. We've been the consul now 25 years, and we have two young people. Well, at my age, everybody's young. But students here at UNCC, Brad Radcliffe here, and Luz Cardenas, who actually is watching the consulate today and could not be here herself. But they're helping our Mexican residents here in North Carolina. Almost 500,000 of them, help them with consulate services at our consulate, and also learning a lot. They're learning a lot in the process of that, and it's a great relationship that we have with Cindy Fox and with UNCC here. But I also want to say how proud I am of under the leadership of Dean Lilly, that this process and this cooperation between the two great universities has taken place. And I think it's really a tribute that this is the first inaugural operation and certificate that we're doing. You know, Mexico is so important to the economy of North Carolina. Do you realize that Mexico buys over $1.4 billion worth of goods and services from just North Carolina alone? And that's a lot of jobs, and that's very, very important. The second reason is that the Mexicans that are working here, the Latinos, buy over $8 billion worth of goods and services in North Carolina. Again, think of how many jobs that creates. But I think the most important thing that Mexico and Latin Americans bring to North Carolina is what they help us and help North Carolina produce. And that is and they produce with us, not for us, and not just buying from us. You know, our young Latin Americans, I made a mention here, they bring two very important traits from Mexico, and that's good work ethics and good family values. And it's not just the laborers. You know, we talk about the laborers that work in our fields and in our construction industry, and it's not that. We have doctors and lawyers and engineers and people that have built companies here that have come from Mexico and Latin America and are helping to build the economy of North Carolina. We have a great example here, and I know you have an institute in Querétaro. We have a young lady, Angela Ortega, who came from Querétaro, came here, built her career, very successful in her career. In fact, she's now a director of one of our banks here in Charlotte. But she decided to give back to the community and started the Latin American Coalition here in Charlotte. And that nonprofit organization does so much to reach out. But here's a person that built her career and now saying, I want to reach out and help my fellow Latinos. Again, we congratulate you on this incredible achievement and wonderful achievement you did, and this is just the first of many that I hope that we are able to see here between our two universities, and we congratulate you in the future. And remember, I always say, international trade builds friendship. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to all of the speakers. Ask for your indulgence just for a moment. It's a tradition at UNC Charlotte to acknowledge the primary support mechanisms for your success, your families, your parents, our guests, if you will. Let's honor them. If you will, please stand. We thank you. We thank you very, very much. Now a particular treat for me, and I mean a treat. This is an opportunity to have one of my former students get up here and display his communication skills. Yes, yes. I'd like to introduce at this time the representative student of the class of 2007, Roberto Valencia. Roberto.
Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you. First of all, on behalf of my classmates, I want to thank everyone who was involved in the certificate, of everyone here at UNCC, and my professors, Tracy, Dr. Gary, Dr. Nibus, who couldn't make it here, and everyone at Monterey, Mariana Lasso, Anaris, and of course, our parents. Thank you for letting us live this experience, which right now might not seem that big a deal, but rest assured, it will someday. Now, how did it all start? It started 1 year ago with a class we all took over the internet. It was different. For me, at least, it was the first time that I worked this way, not looking my teammates face to face. Most of us were at Monterey, yes, but no one escaped working with students from other campus. We lasted 1 year working this way, and I even bet some of you even got in big fights with these people you never even knew in person. Now this summer, we were all brought together here at Charlotte. At some level, we knew these strangers, as funny as it may sound, but at the same time, we didn't really know anything about them. Now, what happened next is my favorite part. We got to know each other and made good friends along the way. However, in this little community we had, like in life, there were ups and downs, there were problems. It is impossible to avoid problems. Life will always fail to give us everything we desire, but it will constantly hit us when we expect it the least. The important thing is to learn from these problems and become a better version of ourselves. This experience has not only introduced you to people from your country, it has also given you a great competitive advantage. Thank God I've had the opportunity in the past to live these types of experiences, and this one, as well as the others, has left me with great memories and also with a great international knowledge about difference in cultures, about tolerance with people who are different from me, and with the strength and tools needed to survive in a place which I don't know, which I don't understand. All these small details are what we don't even realize are making better persons out of us. And finally, I want to quote not a famous or rich person, but someone who I sure admire and respect with an utmost intensity, my father. He has always told me that there are 3 sort of steps for becoming a wise man. One of them is reading, the second, having conversations with people wiser than us, and the third, traveling. So we should really be thankful for having this opportunity. Not many people get to study abroad. Some of you have done it already, and for some of you, this is your first time. Well, I really hope you appreciate it. For me, it has been a pleasure living with you this summer, and I look forward to seeing you at Monterey in August. Thank you.
Now you know why it was such a pleasure to teach the classes. Very, very nice. Thank you, Roberto. Roberto, you mentioned someone that I want to particularly spotlight. She's in the back of the room. She's in the back of everything we do. She's the glue that has held this program together on the Monterey end. Anaris, if you will, everybody please. Very good. Emails at all time of the night. Please let me have the material. Alrighty, now the moment we've been waiting for. The actual handing out of our certificates. I'm going to ask Estela, if you will, to come, and Dean Lilly. Estela will be calling individuals one at a time, if you will. Come up and you will have your certificate and shake Dean Lilly's hand. Okay. And smile.
Good morning. From campus Monterrey, Arellano Mendoza Luis Alfonso. From Campus Zacatecas, Abelar Llamas Zaira Jovita. From Campus Monterrey, Bárcenas Olvera Marco Antonio. From Campus San Luis Potosí, Berrones Briones Macario David. From Campus Monterrey, Cerrillo Bello Alexandro. From Campus Chihuahua, Dimas Carlos Juan Pablo. From Campus Monterrey, Durán Magaña Jesús Gavino. From Campus Querétaro, Fuentes Changoya Luis Mario. From Campus Monterrey, García Rodríguez Ernesto Julio. From Campus Monterrey, González Mendivil Artemio. From Campus León,